That segment. You're almost back. You're back now.
I'm back now.
No flat tire, right?
No flat tire.
All right.
On the way back.
Okay. You know how many regular season games do we have left?
106.
4.
I mean, how many weeks?
11
weeks. 1 week. This is the last week.
This is the last
Friday's
week, and then the playoffs start the following week.
Playoffs!
Playoffs!
This is our Wednesday, Richard.
Really?
Wednesday, yeah. They don't mess around.
That's quick.
End the season Friday. They start the playoffs Wednesday.
I think there's a really solid conclusion one can draw from that. The dudes designing the schedule ain't the ones actually playing the game.
Yeah.
Because 5 days.
They are the ones collecting the money, though.
Yes, they are.
And
like
so,
a bunch of Buckies.
So we're going to be traveling across the state, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth.
I don't know about we.
Yeah.
Are we going to be doing that?
Probably.
I said we.
Incomplete pass. The Charles.
When was the last time you traveled back and forth across the state?
Touchdown.
To go to a game. When was the time you went to a game anywhere other than Clarinda or something?
When's the last time you went to a game and stayed for the whole thing?
I have not been to. Yeah, I haven't.
When was the last time you went to a game and you rated a hot dog for us?
You know, it's been a long...
What do you do on this show?
I know, it's been a long time. That's going to change! That's going to change this Friday night because I'm going to go to the Shenandoah Clarinda game in Clarinda.
Oh, great, because there's somebody there.
And I'm going to rate the hot dogs.
All right, you rate the hot dogs.
I will!
You rate the hot dogs, I'll cover the game.
Okay, good.
Fair trade.
I'm going to stand up in those bleachers. Hey, you! Here's the hot dog! Rate it! It's good! You can reach Kevin Slater. His cell phone number is... Cheerleaders, get this number. Anybody need a date for the prom? No, we're not going to talk about the prom, right? We're not going to talk about the prom. Let's start it off. I'm going to do everything that you don't want me to do. Let's talk about the game of the week. Let's talk about this game. Shenandoah and Clarinda.
We'll talk about that at the end.
No, we're talking about it now. We're going to reverse this. That's the problem is everybody looks forward to that game of the week, so they don't listen to the first part of the show.
That's not true.
Really?
Everyone listens to every part of the show.
We're very popular.
All right, well, let's talk about the most unpopular game of the week then.
The most unpopular game? That'd probably be South Page and Stanton.
Really?
Yes.
Not because South Page is unpopular, just because Stanton's really good.
Is this a home game for Stanton or South Page?
Yes.
Yes, good. That's good. All right, so the final score will be?
64-6.
All right, we're going to put that down. 64-6 Stanton. Matt? Final score.
Tyler Havram will score 5 touchdowns.
5 touchdowns. Okay? Well, give me some information.
We want final score.
Final score. What do I want?
He wants final score.
Did he go to college?
No.
Okay.
61-4.
61-4.
Pretty close.
How are you going to get 2 safeties on there?
I'm surprised you knew how you could get 4.
No, they're gonna kick a field goal and an extra point.
Yep, there it is.
4 points.
61-4.
61-4.
Okay.
He's sticking with it.
How many touchdowns for what was his name?
Havram.
Tyler Havram.
How many touchdowns?
Tyler Havram. Havrum. Havram.
As many as he wants.
What is the most difficult name you've had to pronounce this fall?
The Stanton's running back who scored 4 touchdowns the other night. I can't pronounce it.
Bach?
See, I can't say it. I can't say it because I think somebody's going to say
Well, I know it could have been Danny Poupard.
No, every name.
Remember Danny Poupard? Danny Poupard, who was the star of my basketball team.
No, they don't remember it.
The Virginia Blue Devils.
Nobody watching this was alive then.
It's just like the Nishnabotna Blue Devils. We were the Virginia Blue Devils. And our fight song was, we cheer for Darrow High School, my boys and girls in blue. We'll win! We'll keep on fighting, ever fighting for Darrow, VIRGINIA! Yay, yay, yay! Yay! Yay!
You splashed me with that word, I swear.
Would I do that?
Yes, yes you would.
I noticed you're starting to bring in a little bit older clothing in for some reason.
This clothing, I don't want it to stink for 2 weeks.
You know something? I'm not wearing my referee shirt today. I'm wearing this Husker red shirt. I mean, let's talk about the Huskers.
No,
I mean, how sad, how sick, how sick. How could the Huskers lose to lowly Texas?
Hey,
who lost?
Let's talk about Kansas.
UCLA blew out Texas.
That's not true.
They did.
They didn't blow them out.
And then Kansas State blew out UCLA.
What did Kansas State do against Kansas? What they do against Nebraska?
Are you talking basketball or talking football? Football.
Anyway, back to the show.
High school. All right. South Page, Stanton. Let's talk about Sydney. Where's Sydney going to do?
Sydney will be hosting Villisca senior night in Sydney.
Senior night for the Cowboys.
It'll be a chance for Sydney to end the season on a winning note and with a winning record. A win will give the Cowboys a 5-4 record. And I think it goes without saying, when you consider the amount of starters that Sydney lost from last year's team, to come back and post a winning record again this year suggests a very stable, very talented program.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And good coaching.
Absolutely. And Villisca, I think they'll be favored against Villisca. Villisca hasn't been the same this year. Their quarterback, Timmy Myers, isn't playing quarterback.
He's kicking the ball.
He's kicking the ball, and as I understand it, maybe catching some passes now.
Okay.
I think they throw to him occasionally. His shoulder is wrecked.
So it's the same thing like Nebraska. Their starting quarterback last year now is third-string quarterback. How do you explain that?
He ended the game starting. It's team magic for him.
I thought we were not talking about Nebraska football. You said you weren't going to talk about it. Why are we talking Nebraska football? This is a high school sports talk show.
Richard, are you a closet Nebraska fan in denial?
Oh, but I cheer against Nebraska.
Yeah.
So you do care about them quite a bit.
You do.
You take the time to follow their game.
I recorded the game, and I watched it.
See, I watched Iowa-Michigan because I was more interested in that game.
I watched some of that, too. But I was more interested in the Huskers losing. Why are we talking this? We're wasting valuable, precious time. You know that? I'm aging here.
You are. You're aging.
All right. We talked about South Page.
We did.
We talked about Sydney.
We did.
Let's talk about Essex.
Essex is hosting Nishnabotna. That will also be a senior night for the Trojans.
There you go.
Nishnabotna comes into that game fresh off of sealing a playoff bid.
They're in.
But
what's their record?
5-3.
5-3.
I think it goes without saying that they'd really like to end with a win, especially going against Essex, who's one of their rivals.
Yep.
So they'll be coming in. They'll be playing hard. Essex will be playing hard, trying to end their season on a high note. They got to win this year.
Yep.
They got to win this year, and they'll be trying to get another one to end it and send their senior. I think they only have one senior.
Essex has one senior.
Dakota Riley, one senior.
Blocked the punt.
He blocked the punt. Blocked the punt against Sydney. They'll be trying to send him out with a win, send him out on top, and they'll do everything they can for that. So I don't believe they'll do it. I'll take Nishnabotna in that one, but I think Essex will play hard.
Yeah, and with only one senior, it means good things for next fall.
Right.
Absolutely.
Yeah, they're building up their numbers. They're younger people. They're getting a lot of experience.
They're scoring some points this year.
Scoring some points. They got to win. Yep. They're on the rise. They're on the rise. I think
the Big E,
there's nowhere to go but up.
Will return.
Big E will return.
Okay. The Academy, it's their last game. Who are they playing?
Did you look?
I looked at their score last week.
They're playing somebody really hard because everybody in that district is. By process of elimination, I'm going to say it's.
Let's see.
Logan and St. Albert are playing. They've played Underwood. They played Tri-Center.
They played Audubon.
It's got to be. No, they played Trainer.
Griswold?
They played Trainer. It's got to be Griswold.
I think it's Griswold.
You got to be playing Griswold.
Griswold.
Yeah.
Griswold's always tough in every sport.
All of them.
They got good athletes, girls and boys.
All right, if you say so.
I say so. Yeah,
the Tigers.
The Tigers of Griswold.
Repping Cass County.
Before we talk about the game of the week, I want you to pick who is going. We can do that too. We have ways to do that, but we're not going to go. We're not going to go that route. Now, I want you to tell me.
Who sponsors this show, Richard?
Well, we haven't got to that yet. We're getting to that.
I'd just like to know who sponsors this show.
Well, I'll tell you, sponsors. This is Extra Touch Products.
Extra Touch.
We have barbecue sauce.
Excellent.
We have salsa.
We do.
We have black pepper. And what are we missing here, Matt?
I wanted to ask you, Richard, what are some of the things you can do with salsa?
Well,
what can you use them for?
I'll tell you what, they go great on chips.
Anything else? Is there anything else you can do with salsa?
All your Mexican dealings.
Yeah, all the Mexican dealings you can do with salsa. I mean, it's just wonderful. It is magic.
It's good stuff. Good stuff,
man.
Fantastic pizza sauce, Richard, which is
the best in the world.
Best in the world.
Best in the world.
Italian flag on the front.
And if you
know it's international.
And if you disagree with that and find one better, you write to Matt. And how do you write to Matt?
You can write to Matt at mprieto, Prieto, @ ValleyNewsToday.com.
And he will take the time. He will answer.
He will
back
take the time. Probably very little effort, but definitely take the time to write you back.
He will take the time to write you back. You do write back, don't you?
I don't get anything to write back to.
Have you ever had an email from anybody from our show?
Non-work related?
I mean, from our show.
Yeah.
From our show.
If I misspell a name,
has any of our fans ever written to you?
No, not once.
What's the matter with you people? Write to him. He's lonely. He's upset.
I'm neither of those things.
He's a Penn State fan. Come on, you can write to him. Write to him. But we want to thank Extra Touch for all these fine products. You can find these in the local grocery stores here, right in Shenandoah.
Right here locally.
In all of Page County and Montgomery County.
Right on the local shelves.
Right. And they are great.
Excellent.
So, they are great.
Like Tony the Tiger may say.
Yep. And also, don't forget to get your picks in by Friday afternoon.
Friday afternoon.
Because we got big games on that Kevin's come up with for the pick-em night, and you can win your $50 gift certificate.
That Logan St. Albert game, that's going to be a big one. Let's see who people pick in that one.
I picked St. Albert. I already picked.
All right.
It's a bold prediction, my friend.
It's a bold.
Bold. But then you pick 64-6 Stanton wins.
Yeah, that's not very bold.
That's not very bold.
No.
But you pick.
If I pick 64-6 South Page, that'd be bold.
All right. All right. Let's talk about all the ramifications, implications, what's going to happen in Clarinda, Iowa, Friday night. I have been here for 2.5 years.
Sitting right here in this tape.
And I have waited and waited and waited for the Mustangs to win a football game. I'm waiting, and this could be it.
This could be it. Let's hope.
Okay.
If you're a Mustang fan, this is it.
Well,
I said let's hope if you're a Mustang fan. I didn't say you.
I am Mr. Neutrality.
That's not even a word. You're so neutral you make up words. Yeah.
That's right. But
big game, Page County Super Bowl. Both teams, struggled a little bit this season. Clarinda has a
little bit.
Clarinda has a couple wins, and they've been close in some other games.
Yeah, I know, but they're
Shenandoah has been very, very close to getting a few wins. I think they actually got one.
Do you want my opinion?
No.
Clarinda stinks.
I think they got one in Red Oak. They had that taken away. Regardless of how the season's gone.
Do you care about my opinion that Clarinda stinks?
Nobody cares about your opinion.
Okay. Well, I don't know.
Mrs. Prowler might. That's about it.
Hey, I got a complaint too. When are we going to get this year's commercials on? We filmed 10 commercials this fall. And who's that team's program to get our commercials on? By the way, who does this production for us? Why don't you talk about that?
The Shenandoah Broadcasting class. Jordan Pelfrey and Kyle Heiser. They're nice enough to do it. And they're football players. They're practicing. They come in early in the morning to do it. And you're complaining?
I'm not complaining. I said they do a great job.
Their hearts.
But we want new commercials. This year's. Those are last year's commercials.
Terrific job.
I'm on that commercial. And you know what? I look different in that referee shirt than I did now.
Yeah, because it keeps shrinking. That shirt just keeps
shrinking.
I
know. It's just quality product now. It just wasn't like it used to be. And I'll tell you what, here's the deal. Yeah. If the Mustangs win Friday night, I am going to wash that shirt over the weekend and wear it next Monday. It's never been washed. It's never been washed.
Never been washed
since we started this show.
Might not be able to get it on. You might not be able to wear it next time.
No, we've had a few things that have got cotton on that shirt during time.
Yeah.
But you can't wash it. But what if I do wash it Thursday night? If I wash it Thursday night, will the Mustangs win? Will they win?
You're really close to that.
Will they win if I wash it?
Anyway, so back to the game. The season hasn't gone the way both teams maybe wanted, but this game is always huge no matter what. It's a chance for both the teams to end on a win, on a high note.